Are you struggling for consistency in your sim racing? Does your iRating look like a roller coaster? If so, we have good news for you. The way to get more consistent is to first understand what you're doing differently than the professionals. And VRS is the answer. With our competitive subscription, you will have the telemetry, setups, tutorials, and everything else you need to fully analyze your driving. Our data packs and the ability to compare your driving with the best in the world will show you exactly where to adjust your inputs, change your driving line, and shave seconds off of your lap times. And our powerful and precise Direct Force Pro wheelbase and precision pedals are being used by some of the world's best drivers. All these champions agree that VRS hardware is not just the best on the market, it's also priced well below the competition. So if you're looking to upgrade to direct drive and the best pedals in sim racing, VRS is your answer. If you want to get better, get faster, and make it happen sooner rather than later, you owe it to yourself to find out why so many people are switching to VRS. You'll be so glad that you did. Visit www.virtualracingschool.com and learn why the best use VRS.
Hello and welcome to the Late Apex. Today we are talking about Simucube's new shopping system with pre-owned parts being resold on their website. We're going to be talking about Assetto Corsa and Motorsport games turning a profit and plenty of other stuff that's going on in the sim racing world, including very good results for Apex Racing Team in the past 7 days. My name is Sam Fitzpatrick, alongside me is David Sampson. How are you, David?
I am good. Weather's changed, a little bit cooler, but no, cannot complain. Excited to be chatting about more sim racing happenings.
Absolutely. Apologies for those who are watching the live stream for the delay. It's quite a funny reason why we were delayed, but we won't say. But it's
up there.
It's a new reason.
It is.
It hasn't happened before.
No.
And hopefully it won't happen again. So, but yeah, if anyone has claustrophobia, then you wouldn't have wanted to go through what I went through. Let's discuss Simucube then. I was tempted to make this the title for this video, but I opted against it slightly for reasons I'll mention in a bit. But they have got a new system where they are selling pre-owned devices, so people can return their device, reports what it's like, if there's any issues with it, if there's any scratches on it, and then that gets resold on the Simucube website alongside the new products. And it certainly seems like there's some pretty big discounts to be had on this stuff. It really could be a new way for people who want to get Simucube to buy.
Yeah, big savings. I was just going to do a quick comparison because I think it's on the almost up there with £1,000. I mean, only Simucube could have £1,000 saving. So I'm just trying to sort it out now. It's there, so it's not the easiest.
Well, one of the things that I saw was one of the Active Pedal Pro, which is the second tier of Active Pedal, isn't it? It's confusing the naming that they use. But that was listed at €1,300 compared to the €2,500 that it is normally. So almost, well, you're talking like 45% off, basically.
Yeah, and I love the fact you can pick the defect. So the example here is quality 1, minor visual defects, 1,700. Quality 2, larger visual defects, 1,500. And then, yeah, just different with the add-on. But I saw one that is gone now the other day where it listed it as having 2 major visual defects. And the thing was like, yeah, €1,200 off. I mean, I wouldn't hesitate.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost a no-brainer to get that in comparison to getting it new.
Sure. I mean, even when you share amazing pictures of your rig, your pedals are just down, tucked away in the darkness. So it's a massive idea for them. Less e-waste, keeps their inventory. It's a good idea because I mean, it may not. I mean, they could have also hidden this under like manufacturing defects. You know, like products that didn't meet their quality standard. They now can shift. But yeah, it's a great program.
Do you think this is smart in terms of, I mean, I assume it is because they're doing it, they're not thick, but surely they run the risk of losing money in terms of people will not be buying new stuff and instead will be buying much discounted stuff where of course they're going to make much smaller margin. Albeit saying that, I guess you're sort of selling it twice, aren't you? Where you can sell it once and then sell it again.
Yeah, I mean, some people would never consider refurbish. If we look over the years, Apple Refurbish has had a program out for, I mean, on a decade now. Some people swear by it. Some people swear they would never. How could I consider it? You know, because you're still, I think, yeah, we've talked and joked about saving €1,000, but let's remember why. These products are very, very expensive. So you are still spending a lot of money on now what you're subconsciously thinking is broken a little bit. So there's still that fear factor. But no, it really depends. They could have just hit saturation with sales and the sales are slowly dropping and they're looking at I don't know how it works with their inventory and their insurances regarding returns. This might just strategically work out better for them to make more money on an avenue that's already happening. Like, so yeah, it really depends. And if it funds the next project or, because they've had a confusing role with these pedals, right? Because newer pedals are the I always get confused. Are the newer ones the ultimate, or what ones were the old ones? Are they the old ones are the ultimates. They got
Yeah.
promoted up.
Yeah.
The new one came in as cheaper but not as good and bumped. They renamed the originals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's Ultimate and Pro.
yeah,
And Ultimate is better.
but the ultimate's the old one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite confusing. So each pre-owned device is checked, tested, and refurbished before being sold as used with a 2-year manufacturer warranty. There is a 30-day returns policy.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Well, so do you think others are going to copy this?
Well,
Or do you think it's only Simucube who can really pull something off because of the margin? You know, because it's such high-end stuff that they can afford to discount stuff for 50% and still make solid money out of it.
I have a good segue. Ascher on the same day released their
Sure.
pre-owned. Same day. I swear not. Everyone's chatting about the Simucube. I'm just trying to find it now. Everyone's chatting about the Simucube pre-owned. Great idea. Ascher put out a post. Let me just find this. High-end hardware is valuable enough to be wasted. Ascher Racing is starting a refurbished program to find new homes for some hardware. We're proud to announce the official launch of the Ascher Racing refurbished program. Built to last, ready for a second home. Ascher Racing products are engineered for longevity. So yeah, and this was May 12th. And I believe this was the same day. So yes, if someone else can pull it off, I segued brilliantly there. Ascher. I'm just trying to look at some of their products, see if they've got any listed. Because I saw that was just an Instagram post. I didn't really delve into it.
Yeah, and one of the things as well, part of the reason why I didn't put the Simucube thing at the top was that, at least from what I could see, there wasn't loads of stuff on their website at the moment, like in terms of this reselling equipment. So it's not necessarily going to be super widespread, and of course, like, obviously some of the deals that we've seen so far, a lot of stuff is going to be taken very, very quickly, so you do question whether it might dry up, or maybe the community who have Simucube stuff will very much look at this as being a decent way to make some money back when they've decided to upgrade or change equipment. So yeah, that will be a consideration.
Yeah, just looking on the Ascher website, they have got 4, 8, 9 wheels listed, marked as refurbished, and actually a few of them. It's a good idea. I mean, this concept is mainstream in other industries. It's just for us in the sim racing, it's just not been a thing.
Which is strange, seeing that most sim racing equipment does last a long time. Like, it's not as though it's a 1 or 2 year thing. I think generally you're looking at 5 to 10 years when you're buying sim racing equipment. So, and
Ascher also let you pick the level of defect as well.
Sure.
But yeah, if it's, I get wheel. I mean, would you want a scratch on your brand new wheel at the front?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind at all.
See, I'd crash looking at it. But no, yeah, it's great to see. It brings some of their products into a different price range as well for comparison. Obviously, you can't guarantee it, though. It is the kind of thing you do need to act on. You might see your dream Simucube pedal for the price you want, but you can't just be thinking, I'll buy that in 6 months' time. You do not know if it's going to be there. Yep. And for that cost, like, minor defect and minor defect are two different things. One will save you 30 and one's going to save you a couple of hundred. So it is a kind of impulse reaction. And it gets talked about. And if you buy one product from someone, you might end up buying more. So it can be a win-win, I think.
Also, just on the subject of Simucube, there is a discount on the Simucube 2 Sports wheelbase till the end of this week. So if you are looking to get that, then I think it's like 20% off. So do check that out. Let's talk about the title of this video then, Motorsport Games. They've made a profit. It is the first time they've posted a profit since Q1 of 2024, when Le Mans Ultimate was released. So obviously they had a big influx of revenue back then. But yeah, they made over $1 million in Q1 of 2025. Their revenues did drop at least from game sales, because they no longer can sell the NASCAR stuff because the license is like fully given away at this point. So they didn't make any money from that. So they did drop 42% revenues, but they've cost cut a lot of stuff. And yeah, there's but yeah, obviously, yeah, basically they've made huge like cuts when it comes to the stuff that they were losing a lot of money on, and it means that they have gone from $1.1 million in terms of cash and cash equivalents to $3.1 million in a month.
And if I'm right in saying, all of this that you've just reported on excludes the 2.5 million investment.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So the Pimax was a big investment, and then they also got 500 grand as well from 2Corp, because 2Corp took Motorsport Games to court for a dispute. I think we talked about it a few weeks ago, and Motorsport Games won on that. So 2Corp had to cover their legal fees, so they got a bit more money from that. So yeah, that is how they've gone from, they've tripled their cash basically in a month due to these different sources.
Yeah, that's great news. I was just going to bring up their numbers, see if there's been a influx. I swear I use SteamDB info for Le Mans Ultimate all the time because we're all curious, right? It's, if anyone can pull off a surprise, I feel at the moment in the sim racing space, it is Le Mans Ultimate. It's just holding steady. 3,000 people a day. I mean, it's come a long way, I feel like, because we knew there would be spikes on the IRL Le Mans, the GT3 release, you know, so on and so on and so forth. But they're just proving it with, they're pushing out so many updates, engaging the community in such a nice way. The game looks refreshing, drives refreshing, and they're staying focused. They're not so, we were all worried that they were just gonna, you know, give us a Porsche carb and keep widening, and the Mission R is like, so far so good. Now it's just a case of converting this into sustainability and money. But like you say, posting their first profit, this would have been a meme 2 years ago, wouldn't it?
Exactly, yes. So it is very good news. Their Stanley Beckley, who is their CFO, said that the company expects to have a net cash outflow from operations for the foreseeable future. So they're expecting to make a loss for the foreseeable future because they've got this new investment, so they can invest it in stuff as it continues to develop its product portfolio and invest in developing new video game titles. So maybe a hint there that they are still looking to get more licenses and make more games. What licenses do they have? They don't have the Formula E license still, do they? I think they do. I think they lost BTCC, lost NASCAR.
I don't know if it's a license. I know Formula E are partnered with R-Factor 2. I don't know to what capacity, though. I don't know if it's like an exclusive license or a partnership. I don't know if there's money involved. No BTCC, no IndyCar, no NASCAR. Yeah, just WEC that I know of.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if they're going to sign some new contracts, but yeah, hopefully they sort of stick with LMU for now and invest heavily in that.
It would be wise because it gives them a platform, right?
Yeah.
If they want to pursue something else, they can use LMU as the look, we can do this kind of staple, which would be a very good opportunity.
We were talking about Pimax just before, about them investing into motorsport games. And they have got a new headset. I haven't looked into this, but
yeah, it's the Pimax Dream Air SE. You've got the small, lightweight, lower quality headsets, and then you've got the big, heavy, very expensive, high quality headsets. And I think we're starting to see why they invested in Le Mans Ultimate. This thing looks like an Apple Vision Pro. I'm not gonna lie. But well priced, good quality, lightweight. I'm saying lightweight in terms of a VR headset. It's still not as light as the what's it called? The Beyond. Can't think of the blooming name. The Beyond. I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, this is a good middle ground for everything and yet high quality. So. Yeah, we can expect this to be very well optimized for Le Mans Ultimate. I feel the timing's pretty good. It looks pretty good, right? It does remind me of the Apple Vision Pro, which I think Apple have stepped away from, I believe. There's lots of rumors. All of this stuff is so expensive. But yeah, integrated hand tracking, eye tracking, auto IPD, self-adjusting soft strap, less than 150 grams, micro LED, which is 1440p in each eye, I believe. Yeah, some of this tech would usually have cost well over $1,000 not that long ago. So yeah, I mean, it's moving fast in this direction. I mean, I'd like to try it. I say some of the super small ones, I think it's Beyond Vision. I can't remember the name. It's Beyond something. Beyond Big Screen Beyond. That's why I couldn't think of the word. It was a word before. Yeah, it's teeny, but you're lacking some of the like the field of view. Then you've got Pimax with their really big, like absolutely perfect for it, but just way too heavy and expensive. But yeah, it's exciting to see.
Definitely, yeah, and yeah, expect that to be, I guess, compatible with LMU before too long with that partnership going on. Also, achieving a profit, whatever it is. Assetto Corsa, who have increased their revenue, not necessarily their profit, but their revenue, to 25.6 million euros from 19.1 million euros compared to last year. Of course, that is because of AC Evo being released on early access. That explains the increase in money, so good news for them.
Yeah, it's like 25.5 million generated sales alone. So, I mean, we said it was popular, but they must have been laughing that day.
Yeah.
Absolutely laughing.
Well, we don't know how much necessarily that 25 million is from AC Evo, but it's a combination of all the Assetto Corsa products.
I mean, they must know roughly what they're making from AC by now.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty happy. But I did read from Traction GG, mentioning about Digital Bros, who's like the owner of all of this, how their almost their reliance and earnings from sim racing is growing over time and no time. I think it's like 38% they mentioned.
Yeah, although I looked at their other games, and was it a game?
Tale of Two Sons.
Oh, yeah.
And Ghost Runner 2.
Yeah. So, yeah, I did look at a couple of their games, and yeah, they I mean, Assetto Corsa is certainly the most recognizable brand. Obviously, that's to me.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's difficult to judge just how big these other stuff are. But I think quite a lot of mobile games, quite a few like smaller titles. I'll get up their list now.
Yeah, I'm excited for AC Evo. I am excited, tentatively. It has the hallmarks of a good game. It's just whether it's going to be the game for me.
Sure. Yeah, so here they all are.
Oh, they're Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.
Yeah, that's a brilliant game. That was a hit. Payday, that's a hit. Well, a long time ago. How to Survive, I liked that. You don't play games, do you?
Nope. Don't know why this is.
I'm playing Inside. I think I've got Inside on my phone. It's an old game, but I recently started playing for it again. Yeah, there you go. Inside. I don't have games on my phone, but that was a really, really good game. Like, definitely worth trying.
Sure.
Really cool game.
They have Stardew Valley as well, which I'm surprised about.
So yeah, they've got money. Yeah, safe to say.
But like what was their total earnings in overall? A lot of it was just the Assetto Corsa stuff. So yeah,
38%,
right.
I think. Yeah.
So yeah, they are really quite dependent on that. So yeah, that is good in terms of that, I guess. Let's talk about. We've scattered all over our notes so far. Let's go in order with bits in them. Heusinkveld have a summer sale. Not too much news on this, but they have savings of 25% on sprint pedals, 20% on handbrakes, 15% on the mag shift shifter as well. So if you are looking to buy some Heusinkveld products, go there. Also, you can check out Apex Racing Simulators as well, apexracingsim.com. We do have a few of the sprint pedals, so you can buy them from there as well. It supports us as well. But yes, do check out that if you want to get Heusinkveld stuff.
I never owned any of the Heusinkveld black stuff. I would have liked to, but back when I owned all Heusinkveld stuff, it was all silver. Like,
Sure.
I don't care, but the black stuff does look really good.
Yeah.
And is it the red? Is it red light? Who's the Williams? Also have an edition, I think. One of the sim companies. There's like a Heusinkveld edition that also looks really nice. But that's definitely the shifter and hand. I like Heusinkveld's machined. They always looks very industrial.
Yeah, it looks sort of stripped down, like that. Like everything that you see, everything on it is doing a purpose.
Correct. There's no design team was involved. It's just we finished building it. Let's sell it. And I like that. Appreciate that. Looks good.
Welcome to everyone who's watching along, by the way. Let us know if you think we're chatting rubbish or something.
Comment.
You usually do. So
I usually do.
No, I mean
the
viewers. You usually do. So feel free. Thank you, Ken, for that. I'm still thinking back to the reason why we're late as well at the start of the stream. It's never happened to me, that.
You can tell them.
I hope it never happens again. But I don't want to say. I mean, frankly, it's unprofessional.
You
probably
escaped.
Quite bad in a work building as well, because if there was like a fire or something, I would have been. Well, there's always a window, I guess. But no, it wasn't that, Ken. If that'd be less embarrassing, maybe. I don't know.
If it was my thing, you'd have made a clip out of it. You'd have sold it and exploited it.
No. I have too much. I have too much respect for you.
Sure.
Too much respect for you. Moving on to Wreckfest 2, they have had an update to their early access. So this has gone sort of under the radar, which Thomas Harrison Lord was very complimentary of in his article on Traction, because obviously we see some of this other stuff. Mainly Rennsport, I guess, do big trailers for new tracks that get added, and then it comes and it's a bit underwhelming. Whereas Wreckfest 2, they've added the Bravion and the Rammer car. And the Bravion looks like a BMW 3 Series, and the other one looks like a 1980s Plymouth or Chevrolet 3-box saloon. I'm not sure what that looks like. But anyone who does that is what the Rammer looks like. They've also added a new European rallycross track and a new folk racing track as well called FinCross. And you can also invite Steam players to your online race. So before it was quite tricky to host like a race with friends. Now that is much more simple. So Wreckfest haven't really made a big deal out of this, but they are slowly adding some nice updates. I think the game gets released later this year. I think it's one of these fall releases where we're going to have 20 games released in October or something.
Yeah, it's going to be packed. I like the look of Wreckfest. They made bank the first time round. New game's looking good. I'm excited for them. I think it's a proven niche. I mean, I grew up absolutely idolising the Destruction Derby games. I don't know if you remember them.
I don't know that at all.
Destruction Derby, especially Destruction Derby 2, was you would do up your car, you could... And then, there was modes like you would jump off of a ramp into like a big Thunderdome, I don't know. And it was just last car out wins. And you just drive into people trying to pick up...
That does look fun, actually.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
So fun. A bit like Fro Fixed.
Do you think you could? Have you tried like Fall Guys and stuff? Like because
me and my wife might play it. Yes or no?
Like, are you able to enjoy those games, or has iRacing made you so competitive that after like 3 runs, it's like, oh, I'm actually quite annoyed that I got knocked out.
I am so bad at Fall Guys. Thinking about a racing line is not going to help. I am so bad. Yeah, me and my wife play. We like it. But no, I am terrible. I am. It's not even funny how bad I am.
Sure.
Even my starts are slow, and all you have to do is hold forward. Yeah, I seem to be incapable of understanding physics in that game.
Yeah. So yeah, that is Wreckfest 2. Check it out if you are a fan of the original game, as many people are. Oh, I didn't see this thing until literally this second.
Yeah, it's
F1
magic.
25 will feature playable scenarios from Brad Pitt's Formula One film. We sort of
We
heard
did, yeah.
little bits about. Well, to be fair, I don't think we heard stuff about this. They were just in the trailer,
Yeah.
and it was like, what capacity are they going to be in? And it makes total sense. This.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a good cross-selling point, right? The movie's going to make money. The movie's going to bring us more fans.
Yeah.
The fans will buy the game. This is smart. And using Brad Pitt, I mean, I do not see how this doesn't make millions for everything.
Yeah.
The movie can't foul, the game can't foul, and the sport will get more viewers.
Do you follow box office earnings a whole lot? Like,
No, not unless
I'm just thinking in terms of, do you have any guesses in terms of how much money it will make?
less than Minecraft.
So Minecraft's about 1.5 billion.
Yeah, it's big.
I don't know. I haven't checked Minecraft in a while.
It's on the all-time list, I think now.
Yeah.
Seriously, the Minecraft movie, I think, has made.
Minecraft box office mojo is usually the place to go. Of course, like the record is like about 2.2 billion. Like Titanic and Avatar and stuff like that. And also the Spider-Man movie a few years ago. Worldwide, 900 million so far. That's what I'm seeing. I'll go on their Wikipedia page actually as well. But yeah, I think. I mean, probably somewhere between. I think he'll make over 500 million.
Yeah, I think so.
I think the budget, it must be about. I mean, I've got to look into this now. The budget is.
It's going to be expensive.
It's got to be about 200 million. I'm
Surely that's how
seeing
much
it on
Brad Pitt wants.
True. F1.
Yeah, about $300 million.
300 million. So plus marketing is another 100 million on top of that. So it's got to make 400 million to break even. So
Easy.
it should do.
Easy. Yeah. I hope you enjoy it. It's been a while. What's the last racing movie I seriously enjoyed? Like Talladega Nights or something?
Ford versus Ferrari?
Yes. Brilliant film. I actually saw it before it came out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there was a promotion back in America where you would, even before the movie started in the trailers, you were allowed to take pictures in the cinema. They come in and tell you to. Cinema social media. Really strange experience. But and after the movie, they ask you a bunch of questions and everything, and you fill out a survey, but you get to watch the movie early.
Sure.
I loved that film.
I didn't like it. That's a controversial opinion. But
It's a wrong opinion.
I appreciate it's probably wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah. Minecraft has made 900 million. Not as much as what I thought. But it's still got another. I mean, it must be leaving cinemas soon. It came into cinemas April 4th. So yeah, it's been in cinemas for 6 weeks. I don't know.
It's still a lot of money, Sam. 900 million.
Yeah,
For
but
a
it
2-hour
felt. But you think of all the children in the world,
Yeah.
and if they all go and they bring their parents, their older siblings, and their grandparents, the money that must be made is insane. Very good marketing campaign. Did you see it?
Nope, haven't.
No, I didn't see it.
Nope. I will. I do. I do enjoy Minecraft. I've completed it a few times.
Oh,
played it with the kids.
everyone's played Minecraft.
Yeah, I do enjoy. I think it's a good game.
Yeah. So yeah, that movie comes out in a bit, and yeah, those playable scenarios. I'm sure that'll be fun for about 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Depending on
exactly.
what they
It, yeah.
Also, spoilers, right? You gotta see the movie before the game, right? Otherwise, you're gonna know.
True.
Brad Pitt having to, I don't know, pass someone for the title. I don't know.
Yeah, but in the scenario, I'm going to win, whereas Brad Pitt probably pick up like a P3 or something. So it's different.
Yeah, because you're better than Brad Pitt in pretty much every way, right? So,
You said it.
yeah. Do you think Brad Pitt would be good at sim racing now? He's done a lot of the real life driving in this film.
No, I think sim races were a different breed.
Yeah.
Takes that. It takes that
Brad
edge.
Pitt wants to be us.
You said it.
Apex Racing team now. Unfortunately, I say unfortunately, it's not good to think negatively of this. Let's think about the positives. Luke Mckeown has left the team. We knew about this for a few weeks, but Luke made the announcement a couple of days ago. And yeah, what a driver. It's been a fantastic time with him. A driver who A few years ago, I remember him racing in our GTE series on a Sunday night back in like 2020, 2021. And frankly, you wouldn't have anticipated that he'd get as good as he has done. Back then he was sort of 3-4K,
Yep.
but over the last few years he has become one of the best sim racers in the world.
Yeah, I've known Luke since almost the start of my sim racing journey, and so that's what 5-6 years. And yeah, I remember him sub 2K and 2K. I always knew he was quicker than us. Like there was something about him that was just a little bit better, but not a lot better. And that little became a stupid amount in the end. Yeah, like you say, one of the best sim racers on the planet. Doesn't really know how to lose. Always a big point scorer. Yeah, he's great. I like Luke, and I'm wishing him the best.
Won the British F4 Championship twice against very, very competitive drivers. He finished 6th in his debut season in PESC and 4th in his second season a few months ago. He finished runner-up to Seb Job twice in PEC GB, and he also won the Bathurst 12 Hours in 2023 as well. Plenty of other achievements, of course, but we wish him the best of luck when it comes to the future. And yeah, it's pretty scary because he is still getting better, you feel like. It's only his second season in PESC and he's finishing in 4th. And I think you even look at someone like Job, who, when he was Luke's age, I mean, Job's not exactly old, but has still improved with time, and Rogers and anyone sort of around Luke's age, sort of like 18, 19, 20. So yeah, he's only going to get better. So it's pretty exciting as to what he's going to be like in a few years' time.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what he ends up doing. I'm sure there's a PESC championship in his future. But yeah, he's a machine. And young.
Yeah. Moving on to Indy 500. And Peter Berryman managed to win the Saturday Strength of Field race.
What a win, yeah.
Very, very good win. One of Pete's best wins, I think, ever. I think he said how it felt really good to win that championship. Of course, he's a world champion in the IRO1 a few years ago. We got no sound on this, but yeah, so this was pretty much where he won the race. So we've got 5 laps to go at this point. And he's running in P2, just off a safety car restart. And he was from what Pete was saying, I don't think you can basically defend out in the lead after a restart. So Pete is able to get alongside, move past Hamilton. Aaron as well was racing tooth and nail with these guys.
Yeah, I heard about Aaron's strat call. In this safety car period, Aaron didn't take tyres to give himself a 5 to 7 second advantage at the end there. Obviously, it left him exposed with older tyres, but gave him a strong finish at the end there.
I think there's a big crash basically coming up.
Always at the end, isn't there?
Yeah. Well, it's nice when there isn't, because just a huge netcode and then absolutely smashing into the wall. Lives would be lost if that was in real life. And then there was a caution. The caution took a few moments to actually come out, because if the cars had stayed to the inside of the circuit, then the caution wouldn't have been called. But because they ended up back on the circuit, caution was called. And that was it. There was no more racing, and Pete managed to win the Indy 500.
Yeah, open now.
Yeah, open this week.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah, Pete actually said that he almost he really appreciates winning the fixed race, because in the open race there's 2 or 3 teams who nail the setup and they're the ones who are going to win, whereas in the fixed race it's anyone's game.
Sure.
You know, it's absolutely down to.
Well, yeah, in fix he spent all of his time driving. In this, he'll spend no time driving and everything on the setup. That's all that matters. He'll know when he gets it right, and you'll know if it's currently winnable or not. That's just the game.
Yep.
But yeah, fantastic.
So yeah, best of luck to him. I'll be doing the Sunday race. So
Let's go. Same split as Pete, yeah?
Depends what Pete's lap time is. Like, if he can match me,
Yeah, of
then
course.
he can
Hopefully.
be in the same split as me. Yeah, yeah.
Hopefully.
So best of luck to Pete for that, and all of our other drivers as well who are taking part. In R1, Rennsport's Esport Championship, we narrowly missed out on winning our group. We were in Group 4 to start off the season, got promoted up to Group 3, and we were sort of quite happy just to stay in the group, I think. But then actually our pace was really, really strong, and we missed out to get promoted by just a few points.
Yeah, 3 or 4 points, I believe.
Exactly. Yeah. If a couple of incidents had gone the other way, then we would have gone through. So we stay in Group 3, which is all right. If we can stay in Group 3 to the end of the season, then we should get to Saudi. We should finish in the top 9.
So I only found out today,
narrow.
if you're in the bottom group on the last week, the bottom 2 teams are eliminated regardless of points.
Okay, I thought it was just the bottom team, but no, it's the bottom 2 teams.
Yeah, and I say regardless, if a division, a Group A team just has 3 bad weeks in a row, but they're 3rd in the championship, and they finish in the bottom pit, then you're done.
Yeah,
I love that. It's going to make the racing on that race so watchable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because you'd rather let the stewards decide your fate than actually just stay behind.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Gap. All right, here we go. I will break after him.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be tooth and nail. But last 2 weeks, it's looking promising, right? Form's up, morale's up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Results are in. So
really performing well. So particularly Jimmy, I think. Last week was on top form. So yeah, next round is next week, and tune into that on Thursday. And hopefully we can get promoted this time. But like I said, if we can just stay in Group 3 to the end of the season, then that might be good enough. Or Group C, whatever it is. Did you? Someone had a go at me.
Always me.
Yeah, it was probably
you were numbering them. They're lettered.
I earlier on typed in ESL R1, and you had the sheet open as well, and I was just waiting for you to go, Sam, I don't think it's called ESL R1 anymore, and I would have.
Am I really that guy?
You're that guy. Yeah.
They're the worst.
Yeah. Racing Unleashed. This is the championship where Racing Unleashed have like 5 lounges across Europe, and they host like an esports competition where everyone races from the lounges and race against each other online. And we have a couple of drivers who take part in that. Alejandro Sanchez finished runner-up in the championship. It was Mckeown Smidel who managed to win the title. The final round was held at Red Bull Ring. And it was Smidel's 3rd Racer League title in a row, and 5th in total. He earns 10,000 Swiss currency. I know whether it's like cheese or chocolate or whatever. And I think Swiss currency is about equivalent to euros in terms of worth. And so congratulations to him. He's done very well for himself. Sanchez as well did very well for himself. And Talens as well won the Challenger League. You might be thinking, what's the Challenger League? The Challenger League is the 2nd division. You might be thinking, why Talens in the 2nd division? I think it was his debut season, and therefore they just get put in that. So Salva absolutely dominated that title. But yeah, good work.
And that was on
Assetto
Corsa, right? This time?
Yes, Assetto Corsa. So here was the standing. Sanchez was actually behind Lopez going into the final round, but managed to overtake him. Sayo Zamba, a driver who we're familiar with as well, Swiss driver, raced on the channel before. And then, of course, Salva managed to win that one by a huge margin. So
yeah, I mean, he's a machine. No, that's good. This racing unleashed stuff does look good, I have to admit. Had someone I know take part in their radical thing to try and qualify. It did not go well. I recommended practicing, but
sure.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah. We'll see if they take that. There's also another championship. I'm not part of Apex Racing Team, technically.
Oh, I know. We all know.
Well, you're not part of Apex Racing.
Oh, like, I'm allowed to wear their colours.
No, you're not. You're allowed to wear green, not blue.
Oh, you mean that? Yeah, no, I'm nowhere near blue.
Yeah. They've had.
I
the
know where the
opportunity to
liveries
promote
are.
you. I've been a bit aloof. I've been like, whatever. I'm not too fussed. Whereas, I mean, you're always talking my ear off about how the reason why you're part of the academy is to get into the team. You're really working hard for that. I'm a bit like, you know, I could do. I got offers.
Oh, you
others,
have, yeah,
know,
yeah. Okay.
There's other interests. So
Yeah.
you know, we'll see how it goes. But I did win the Bormula 1 title yesterday, season 3. So
Yeah,
that
the series looked really fun.
Yep.
I mean, I've watched more of that than most leagues this season.
Yeah, Pro Mazda, great car, really good car. So yeah, I tend to win. I don't do a whole lot of championships, but I tend to sort of win one thing a year. So that's my thing done for the year. I won't win
Nice.
anything else. Last year I won Indy. Year before that, I think I won the commentators race. A few years ago, I won the BSR Radical Winter Series Championship. And so this is done for 2025. I can retire now. And
I would have
that's it.
liked to drive Pro Mazda. When I got into iRacing, I was driving the Mazda and the F3. And then I really was eyeing up the Pro Mazda. It was an active car. And I remember last round of the season was Laguna Seca. So I did a bunch of prep laps. I didn't actually race. I was like, next season I'm going to commit. Car was archived.
Sure.
And I went off to Skip Barber and spent a bunch of seasons there. But yeah, I've always liked the Pro Mazda, how it drove.
Yeah, it's really nice compared to the other single seaters. I'm a big fan of it, much better than like the F4, for example.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like all my favorite cars have all been archived. Like the Daytona prototype, the C7 Daytona prototype, loved that car, got archived. The 2009 Williams, the FW31, got archived. And this now has got archived as well. The Radical SR8, big fan of that.
Yeah, that was the better one.
Yeah.
But yeah, for those that know, Bormula 1 was a league where you are broken into teams and you represent the IRL teams from the
98
season. And Sam was Benetton.
I was 10th fastest, I think, in 9th or 10th fastest.
Sandbagged.
No, I just didn't do any practice, which is basically the same thing, I guess.
Very much so.
So yeah, so good work from me. That's pretty much. I think that's what everyone was waiting for to be talked about. We've got Porsche Cup later on.
Yep.
Very good round one.
It was really good. Exciting to finish. Was it Spa, right?
Yeah.
With the Hammer Trio. That was exciting. This week, Red Bull Ring.
Yeah.
Small chance of rain. Heat racing.
No chance of rain.
That's what I meant. Small. 0 to 0.
Sure. Less than 10% chance.
Yeah, heat racing at Red Bull Ring. I think it's going to be exciting. It's going to be intense though, especially the heat racing. Is it reverse format any of the rounds?
No,
because that would be special at Red Bull Ring.
Yeah, they're quite boring though, our drivers. Where they're like, it's like when we do in GT3 Trophy where we have the hour-long races and the 2 double race format. And at the end of every season, people always go, yeah, I enjoyed this season, but I didn't like the double race format. Just have it 60-minute races. And I really like the double race format because we have the reverse
and it's about
and stuff.
us after all.
And it's about us, ultimately.
You're there to entertain us.
Yeah. So I draw the compromise of, okay, it's sort of only like 3 of them per season. But yeah, drivers just like boring stuff. So I think if they had it their way in the Porsche Cup, yeah, I mean, to be fair, this format, the heat format, the 2 heats, B final, A final,
just
is a lot of fun anyway.
Reply with the threat if anyone disagrees, I'll add more rain.
But the problem is these drivers are too new to the season where at the moment they like rain. Once the first round
you haven't broken them in, yeah.
I think the ARLTC guys, they're done with rain for the season after last week.
I've had loads of comments about the TCR. People wanting, like, people, enjoying seeing the car again.
Yeah. I've shared that stream to a few people. I thought it was very good fun. Do check that out. That was on last Thursday. Be back in a couple of weeks. Entries are closed for that though because Alton Park has a maximum car count of 40, so we need to get rid of some drivers before round 5 of the season. So that will be annoying. But that I think is pretty much it.
Yeah, not a whole lot to chat about. Obviously, with the revenue shares of the games going up, 2 of them, and 2 of them offering pre-owns. So it's been a bit of a samey day. And then we got to talk about Brad Pitt. So it was a win-win.
Yeah. Yeah, looking forward to we'll do like a 3-hour episode when it comes to reviewing the F1 movie.
No, we'll just break T's and C's on YouTube and we'll watch it live and react.
Sure. Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Exactly. Yeah. So that'll be good. So that I think is it from us. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back next week with another episode. See you then.
Ciao.